I just need to know what it feels like to touch that trophy.
I really feel like the group that we had was able to make a championship run this year.
This year, you can kind of tell the guys really wanted bad to come home with the GNAC Cup this year.
All he knows today is sink or swim, and I know what we're gonna do. Take him in the deep water and drown.
Coming in with almost just like a brand new group of guys, a lot of young guys, seeing what we got.
During preseason, I was definitely really impressed with the way that our younger guys were carrying themselves and performing.
We're a young team, we're a young defense especially. We were like, all right, this is what we got to roll with it.
Turning sophomores that saw a lot of field time last year, and they came back with, you know, they looked just as good, if not better than they did last year.
Now we're all in sweatsuits and we're just grinding. Everyone's tired, cold, and you don't see anyone complaining. Guys are just going as hard as they can, laying out for just checks. Guys are running through stick checks. People are laying bodies in the crease. Like, just stuff like that, it goes a long way, especially with this team, how hard everyone works. Just a bunch of gritty guys running around the field, and that's really what you need.
The riding, as silly as that sounds, is you can tell a team's personality and their characteristics by the way they ride. And this team just, through all facets of the game, was just giving it 100%, wanted the ball back, wanted to score, and just do whatever it took to make the right play.
That first game against Norwich, I mean, it was an unreal feeling, like coming in as a freshman, not really knowing if I'm going to be playing, how much playing time I'd really get as like a true freshman.
We proved it in our first game, like there were some high moments and there were some low moments where the chemistry still wasn't completely built.
The thing I would say that went wrong would just kind of be we weren't really playing together.
That whole spring break trip, I mean, we went up there, you know, we go up to Maine, spend all that time on the bus, you know, preparing, going all that way, and then just getting kind of smacked around, if you will.
We knew we could have beat them, and it was like a slap in the face to a bunch of us. Like, we know we can play better than that, and there's no excuses. It was cold. They were also playing in that. It was windy. They were also playing in that.
We just didn't really look like a team that even wanted to win the lacrosse game, so that moment was pretty tough.
It's really just kind of like a wake-up call that, you know, maybe we got to work harder on the field. Maybe we got to work harder doing all these little things instead of just hanging out more and doing stuff like that.
Being freshmen, never playing with these guys before, like, it took some time getting used to. And that was something that we really needed.
You know, we can't lull and think about what's going on yesterday and keep sulking in yesterday, because you're not going to get better if you keep thinking that way. It almost lit a fire under us when we lost those few games, because we knew we weren't that team.
We have the potential to beat teams like this and have potential to play at a higher level.
You don't want to start out losing these out-of-conference games, but I think playing those games really contributed to, like, the team coming together as a whole and guys really kind of finding themselves and settling into the team.
We were kind of just had like that next rep mentality. We lose a game, it was always the next one, just next one.
I don't want to see any guys hanging their head and thinking that we're out of this game right now.
Yeah, I would say the moment in our season where it took a big turnaround was that St. Joe's Maine game. Almost seemed like everything was who we were. You know, there was the scenery of the St. Joe's game, the sun was setting.
But we knew that they were a good program, and just going into their field, we brought a lot of energy, and just we came out and we dominated the entire game. And I felt like it was the first game that we put 4 quarters together, and that's a great thing for a team. It builds so much confidence for a team to keep us rolling, and ever since then, I feel like we've taken that confidence into each and every game.
I feel like as the season went on, we just started to become more comfortable with each other and kind of just knowing the way that we play and kind of just holding ourselves to like a higher standard.
And once we kind of figured out, you know, to make that one more pass, trust the guy next to you, I think that's kind of what has helped us rein it back in as we found some more success here.
The real games that, like, you know, we were marking on our calendars with that Dean, that St. Joe's, Connecticut. Those are the games you really look forward to, and, you know, winning both of those this year is really just, that's meant a lot, and it shows the poise and maturity of this team.
I just feel like everyone's came such a long way, not just skill-wise, but also mentally. Like the mental toughness this team has, like especially in Dean, like it was a dogfight back and forth.
If we actually like buy in on the field, off the field, watch film, do the scout, just do whatever we can to just be like together and just build the bond from the beginning, it shows on the field.
One word that I would use to describe the team right now, this very second of this very day, I would say is mature.
I'd say gritty. This is a gritty group of guys.
Kind of the resiliency, from top to bottom.
If we play our game, there's really no team that we can't beat.
There's so many words to describe this team, whether it's hard-nosed, just a bunch of warriors, a bunch of dogs out there.
Everyone has a role, and you might not be scoring goals, you might not be causing turnovers, but what you're doing is just important as the guy that is.
Some of these guys are playing through injuries. No one on this team's healthy right now. Everyone's battling. You don't want to step off the field and let down the other guys.
The team might not all be there one day, but just wake up the next day ready to go and be that spark for that next practice.
Don't let the highs get too high. Don't let the lows get too low. And just kind of just work into this next game and just kind of take one day at a time, really.
Keep going. I mean, that's been our biggest thing this season, is that we're laying down bricks for a bigger goal.
You want it that bad. It's all about being a winner, and this team wants to be winners.
The big thing for our team right now is just today. Win this drill, win this GB, win this rep, win this game. Don't worry about what's to come. That whatever's to come will come. But all we have to worry about is what we have right now.
go, family athlete, 1, 2, 3. Family!